Approximately 50% of Gen X workers plan to leave their job within the next 2 years. My name is Ann Bedford-Flood, and welcome to another episode. Today, I'm diving into the wild world of corporate loyalty and taking on the challenge to see if Gen Z workers are really changing the game. Corporate loyalty. It's a concept that was once deeply ingrained in the workforce. You started with a company, you worked your way up the ranks, and you stayed loyal to the end. But is that still the case today? Companies are facing a major challenge in retaining their Gen Z employees. It's not uncommon to see them job hopping every year or two, and this trend is leaving employers scratching their heads. What's driving this behavior, and what are the implications for businesses? One of the biggest concerns is the high turnover rate, which can be costly for companies. Not only do they lose the time and resources invested in training these young employees, but they also have to start the hiring process all over again. And this can be a significant blow to productivity and morale. Companies are also struggling to adapt to the changing expectations of Gen Z workers. These young employees are looking for more than just a paycheck. They want to feel connected to the company's mission. They want opportunities for growth and development, and they want a better work life balance. If they're not getting what they need, they're quick to move on. And then there's the impact on company culture. When you have a revolving door of employees, it can be difficult to build a sense of community and teamwork. This can lead to a lack of engagement and motivation among the remaining employees, which can further exacerbate the problem. So, what's driving this shift in the Gen Z's approach to work? Well, for one, their values have changed. They're more focused on personal growth, creativity, and making a difference in the world. They're not as concerned with climbing the corporate ladder or earning a big salary. They want to feel like they're making an impact. And if they're not getting that from their job, they'll look elsewhere. Technology has also played a role in shaping their job expectations. With the rise of gig economy and remote work, Gen Z workers are used to having more flexibility and autonomy in their careers. They're not afraid to switch jobs or industries if they're not getting what they need. Work life balance is another major factor. Gen Z workers are looking for a better quality of life, and they're not willing to sacrifice their personal time for the sake of their job. They want to be able to pursue their passions and interests outside of work, and they're looking for companies that will support them in that. Let's take the example of a company like Google. Google was once the holy grail for young tech talent, but in recent years, they've faced a really high turnover rate among their Gen Z employees. One of the reasons for this is that Google's corporate culture is still very rooted in the old way of doing things: long hours, intense competition, and a focus on profits over people. Gen Z workers are looking for something more, and if they're not getting it from Google, they'll look elsewhere. In the case of Google, they're now starting to adapt to the changing expectations of their young employees. They're offering more flexible work arrangements, more opportunities for professional development, and a greater focus on sustainability and social responsibility. It's a big shift for Google, but it's one that they need to make if they want to retain their top talent. So, what's the takeaway from all of this? Gen Z workers are not killing corporate loyalty, but they are changing the way we think about work. They're looking for more than just a job. They're looking for a sense of purpose, a sense of community, and a sense of fulfillment. If companies want to attract and retain the best young talent, they need to start adapting to these changing expectations. Thank you for tuning in, everyone. And if you're a Gen Z worker or an employer who has Gen Z workers, I'd love to hear about your experiences in the comments below. Have you struggled with retention, or have you found ways to adapt to the changing expectations of your young employees? Let's keep the conversation going. And don't forget to check out my other videos on workplace trends and the future of work.